Hi guys, this is your virtual art class. Today we're going to learn about perspective, which means it's how far or how close you may see things in a picture. So if you look at my examples here, you can see the flowers are very big, very close. And as it gets farther and farther into the line, you have a vanishing point where they almost disappear. For today's lesson, you will need a ruler. I have my blue one here. You will need a pencil, possibly an eraser, and of course, a piece of paper. I will be using pen so you can see it, but I definitely advise pencil so you can possibly erase. So if you take your ruler and your paper first, you will put it a little above halfway, a little above right here, and then we will trace across. So, next, if you compare to the original, we are going to start drawing the diagonal lines. And it's almost easier because you will do this exactly in the middle where it disappears. It's almost easier to draw a little dot to where you want your lines to meet. So we will do that with our ruler. Remember, they kind of look like triangles, the lines, and we keep on drawing. I would do at least 4 lines. So here I have my 2. I've got 1, 2 triangles, 1, 2 lines. I've got 1 more to go, and I have my 4. There you go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, all going to the middle, the vanishing point. Next, going back to the original, you'll notice that I have flowers here to pretty much just show you how far away and how close this picture is going to be. So down here, the flowers are very big. And that is because the closer you are, the bigger things look. And the farther away, the tinier they get. So on each line, you can draw 1 or 2 flowers, but as they are down below like this one, you want to start with a bigger one, and then you want to go a little bit less big, a little bit smaller, and then tiny, tiny, barely can see. Almost as if it disappears. So I will start with 1 big flower on the line. I have 1 big flower right here. And then I will start with a little less big. A medium flower. My medium flower. And then I will go for a very small flower. Very, very small flower. And then 1 flower that barely there. And you'll want to do that for every single line. So I will start doing my big flowers first. I think they are the easier ones. The bigger, the closer, please remember. So I have another big one, big, big, big. I'll do my medium flowers now. There you go, we have medium flowers. Our tiny flowers, very small, but not small enough that they disappear yet. They're tiny enough to where it looks visibly smaller. And then we'll do tiny, tiny ones in the distance. Very tiny ones. Now remember, I am using pen, so you can see it on the paper, but please, I would advise pencil. There are other examples that you can do. I have one here, water in the sun, and I have my tiny little boats that look very far away, and my tiny little birds that look very far away. Or even, if you want to do something a bit more complicated, you can do this mountain range where I have the triangle here and where it slowly gets thinner and thinner and smaller at the top. And I have my phone wires, slowly, they start big, they go to medium, they get smaller and smaller and tinier and tinier. That is it for today's art class. Feel free, please, to color in. If you'd like to, you can use crayons, colored pencils, markers, paints, if you have them. But that is it today for perspective. Just to recap, perspective is how we view the picture, whether it be really close or really far. Stay safe. I hope you're having a good time at home. Bye.